Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Girl Gone Crypto. Today I am really excited to have Boring DAO here on the show. I know I've been seeing you guys around the Twitterverse this summer, and I'm excited to have you on and just get to really dive into what you guys are building. So we've got Dewei Liu, the co-founder of Boring DAO. So Dewei, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me today.
So, just to kick things off, give us a high level overview of what Boring DAO is and what you guys are building.
All right. So Boring DAO is a cross-chain protocol that is driven by DAO. We aim to offer people tools which allow people to move their assets from one blockchain to another in, of course, the safest and the most efficient way with least friction, of course. And right now, there are two major products in Boring DAO. So O token and Oporto. O tokens refers to OBTC, OLTC, and ODOGE. And all of these O tokens can be used in Ethereum for DeFi purpose. And Oporto program is a little bit complicated. It includes two type of bridges. So first one is native bridge, and the second one is two-way bridge. So that's actually pretty much what we do.
So I'm really excited to dive a little deeper into all of that because I think that this is such a huge topic right now, and especially since you guys are helping people to bridge Bitcoin to do DeFi things. And so, can you kind of walk us through that piece of it a little bit? Like, let's say that I am just a user that owns Bitcoin and Ethereum and different things, and I want to start kind of using Boring DAO to dive into some of that a little bit more. Like, what would that look like? Walk me through that.
Yeah, cool. So let's say that you have one Bitcoin in your wallet. You can actually go to boringdao.com, and you at the website you will see a mint button. You can actually click the mint button and then type in how many Bitcoins you would love or you would want to mint. And after that, fill in your OP return address, which is your ERC20 address, and then
Mm-hmm.
click mint. Wait for about half an hour, and then you will have OBTC in your ERC20 wallet, which
Mm.
you can use for yield farming or lending protocol.
So, talk us through a little bit on the Bitcoin side of things. And so, let's say I take one Bitcoin and I'm like, oh, that sounds great. My Bitcoin's just sitting here. Let me use Boring DAO to kind of earn some passive income on that Bitcoin. Where's that Bitcoin kind of sitting? Is it in a custodial kind of setting? Is it locked into a certain time frame? Like, kind of walk us through that piece of things.
Okay, okay. So is as I have just addressed that we are the safest cross-chain protocol. That's because we use this triple layer protection mechanism to protect your Bitcoin.
Mm.
So as you're aware that we are the most decentralized cross-chain protocol, so which means that all your Bitcoin will be pledged in our tunnel. So this is actually perhaps where we shine the most. We have invented this triple layer protection mechanism, and there are three layers of protection of our users for our users. Let me break down one by one. So the first layer is actually pay to script hash. So that's P2SH. For those who are not familiar with P2SH, it is actually a type of script pub key which allows for spending of Bitcoin based on satisfaction of the script whose hash is specified within the transaction. So it's total safe, and it has been proved for years, and it is the safest way. And the second layer is contract layer. So in this tunnel, there are three roles. So there are users, there are tunnel operators, and the signers. So in this layer, tunnel operators play a very important role. Whenever there is a new tunnel is being created, people need to pledge enough assets as collaterals in order to activate this tunnel, and people pledge tunnels, the tokens will become tunnel operators, and they are the second layer of protection. Our tunnel has a pledge coefficient which varies between 200% to 115%. With what is it, you may ask, and this is something that's really interesting. So in our tunnel, there is a double pledge module. And so whenever there's a OBTC minted, users pledge one BTC in the tunnel, and that will take up 100% of the double pledge, the coefficient, right? But there's still another extra part of the coefficient, and that part will be supplied by the tunnel operators as collaterals. So it's kind of like it's a compensation for a black swan event. So let's say that unfortunately, there is a black swan event happen and all the BTC are stolen, then the collaterals in the tunnel that was pledged by tunnel operators will be paid to people who hold BTC. So as a tunnel operator or pledge providers, the benefit comes along with the risk, of course. So firstly, you will receive the PP token, which can be staked in our yield farm. The APY is pretty good. It's around 60% now. Nice. So that's a stable income for our pledger provider. And as a tunnel operators, you would also receive the minting fee and the burning fee as reward. So that will be given in OBTC. So you're literally going to receive BTC as the rewards, like frequently.
Got it. Okay. And so the OBTC is an ERC20 token, and that's how you're earning rewards for basically kind of adding your like liquidity in a sense to the ecosystem.
Yeah. Actually, there's another layer. The third layer is we use insurance protocols such as Ensure as the backup plan. So that's another compensation for our the OBTC holders.
It's great to hear that you guys are thinking, through all of those different layers of protection. Obviously, I think safety within the DeFi realm is a huge topic right now, especially as this space has really blown up over the last year. And there's been a lot of different stories of rugs and impermanent loss and things like that. And so it's cool to hear that you guys are thinking, on so many different levels within that. And so, I guess one thing that you'd mentioned, being able to earn like 60% right now. Can you kind of walk us through? Because I think that for Bitcoin holders, there's certain centralized kind of earning options right now that range from like maybe 2 to 6% that you can earn on your Bitcoin. And then what kind of DeFi tools are like available? Like I think you'd mentioned staking. Can you do liquidity pools like farming? Can you kind of walk us through like what's kind of available through the Boring DAO ecosystem?
Yeah, sure. So for the staking, we have actually teamed up with Curve Finance for a very long time. You can actually and also 88 MPH and also the COVAX Finance. Actually, I have just received the news that you stake your OBTC in COVAX Finance, and the APY is around 70%.
Oh wow!
Imagine that. That's a lot. Yeah, and for lending protocol, we team up with the Ruler Finance, and that's from now on. But mostly, like we suggest you to actually pledge your Boring OBTC to a Curve and COVAX.
Nice. So we've dug into OBTC quite a bit. Can you tell us a little bit more about Oporto and what's happening with that?
Yeah, sure. So Oporto is actually what we are paying the most of our attention. So Oporto has there are actually two bridges in Oporto, which is a native bridge and a two-way bridge. So the native bridge allow users to move their tokens, but mostly governance tokens for each project. Like, for example, you're borrowing, for example, the Uni for Uniswap, move this kind of governance token across different chains. So take an example of our own governance token, Boring. Right now, the native bridge allow Boring to be transferred across 4 blockchains. So that's Ethereum, BSC, Polygon, and OK chains. And it's only just the beginning. And I can assure you that in the future, we will connect all the EVM compatible chains and also other chains like Solana. And on the other hand, we have this two-way bridge thing that is going on right now. It is actually, the two-way bridge is actually specifically designed for stable coins like USDT. So through two-way bridge, your USDT can be transferred across 9 different chains right now. And that's, let me count it for you. That's Ethereum, BSC, Polygon, Avalanche, Harmony, XDAI, Phantom, and Hako and OK Chain. And I think Near is on its way. So imagine that you don't need to transfer your USDT to a centralized exchange and then cross-chain and then send it back to your wallet and then do your thing. You just, like, once there's one-stop cross-chain services provider, which is Boring DAO, that just transfer your USDT to any chains you want, and with in the safest way and the lowest cost.
So I'd love to hear a little bit more about why you're so passionate about building all of these cross-bridge, options for people, and why you think that's such an important part of the crypto space moving forward.
Okay, so, well, we, when we first found this idea of bringing Bitcoin to Ethereum, that's where we started. We think that, there are so many chains, and I really want to earn the passive income, but my BTC was not able to do it. So we think, there's a barrier between the Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that's a little bit pain and then we built this Boring DAO thing to break this barrier and make the crypto world become borderless, right? And then it all started from there, because that was our version 1. And then after version 1, we think that, wow, it could work for the cross-chain thing could work, because we always believe that there will be more blockchains that is coming up, more EVM compatible chains that is coming up. Firstly, that's because people seek for more opportunities. There are a lot of developers who want to create their own blockchains. And second is that as the TVL in Ethereum keeps growing every day, the gas fee is skyrocketing. And obviously you have heard the news about OpenSea, right? They burn Ethereum all 24/7. So it's gonna, in Solana, I heard that in Solana, the gas fee is really cheap. So I believe that lots of people would love to move their asset to other blockchains, because that's way cheaper, right? And then we think the cross-chain program will be inevitable. It's going to be really necessary for this ecosystem, because we can just connect all the chains together and make this separated ecosystem become a borderless ecosystem, and your asset just flow in this pool. Sounds about right.
Yeah, sounds good to me. So there's truly so much opportunity right now to earn passive income in crypto. It's really incredible. And the fact that you guys are working to bring that to Bitcoin holders as well, to kind of tap into some of this DeFi world is really cool. So it's been great to have you on. I've been really excited to get to chat with you and get to learn more about what you guys are building at Boring DAO. Just to kind of wrap up this conversation, can you give us a little glimpse into what the team is working on now and what's kind of coming next for you guys?
Okay, so I actually just did a spoiler alert, because the 9-chain two-way bridge is gonna come up in a few hours later, and also we are actually working on a multi-chain NFT project. So there will be a bridge that can cross your NFT between different chains. So now we are not just only focusing on the fungible tokens, but also the non-ones, and it's going to be pretty cool.
Awesome. Well, Dewey, it's been so much fun to have you on the show. If someone's watching this and they want to check out Boring DAO and connect with you guys, maybe start using your platform, learn more about you, where's the next best place for them to go?
I definitely recommend you to check out our new proposals snapshot, and also we publish papers on Medium frequently. We post our latest news on Twitter a lot, and also if you want to reach us, we have this Discord channel and also Telegram channel open online. You can find all the details in our website. So that's boringdao.com.
Perfect. Well, I will link to all of that below. So if anyone wants to just click right through in the description box, it's nice and easy. So Dewei, thank you again so much for taking the time to join me today and for coming on the show. It's been great to have you.
Thank you so much. It's great. It's been great to talk to you.